I love you.
I know.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
You know what happened with the D.
Welcome everybody to
I Love You.
I Know. This is the Valentine's Day issue, as in Valentine's Day was yesterday. We're recording this on Friday, so Valentine's Day is in 2 days. For those of you who don't know, Valentine's Day is a special day in our lives. It is the day that Sarah and I got together.
Yep, so this year it's
Way
our...
back in 2005.
So if you're too lazy to do the math, that's 11 years.
Tis.
Yeah, we've been together since then, too. So, no breaks or anything. We are impressive.
Sweet. All right. So, let's get into the thick of it.
Yay.
So, if you guys watched or listened to last week's episode, you heard us listening about putting your money where your mouth is in terms of like movies and TV shows and video games and so forth. So, I thought that this would be brilliant to bring up after last week.
Okay.
I think that we have won.
We've won?
I think we've won against the Ubisoft.
How did we win against Ubisoft?
Because Ubisoft will not be releasing an Assassin's Creed in 2016.
So we did win. We told them by not buying the new game, we told them that we didn't like it, so they're not releasing anymore. That's
absolutely correct, because they thought that Syndicate was going to do a lot better than it did, and the sales were much lower than they expected. And in fact, the first week of sales they directly tied it to Unity's issues.
Good.
So people sat there and said, well, Unity was all fucked up, so I'm not going to buy Syndicate.
Yeah.
So, those of you who didn't buy Syndicate after Unity, good on you, because you taught them to get their shit together and not screw us over with a bad game.
So they
decided that they're going to take a year off, and so they're going to release a new one in 2017 after they work on their shit.
Good.
So they said
which is what they should have done from the first place.
The publisher said that it is re-examining the franchise. It said, since the release of Assassin's Creed Unity, we learned a lot based on your feedback. We've also updated our development process and recommitted to making Assassin's Creed a premier world-changing franchise. We're taking this year to evolve the game mechanics and make sure we are delivering on the promise of Assassin's Creed, offering unique and memorable gameplay experiences that make history everyone's playground. Now that's a perfect PR spin on that one.
Yeah.
And
I'm just glad that they actually listened to us.
And the other update is that the next Assassin's Creed will be called Assassin's Creed Empire and will be set in Egypt.
Okay, that makes me super excited.
So I might be sucked back into it.
No, you might be sucked back into it because you know how much of a fangirl I am for ancient Egypt.
Well, that's what happened. That's what happened with Assassin's Creed 3. Because I bought 1, and even though people say that 2 is a lot better because Ezio is a better character and everything, I didn't play through 2 or Brotherhood or the other one that came out.
I don't remember
it. Anyway, the 2 that came between 2 and 3. But when they came out with Assassin's Creed 3 and they said, "Hey, well, we're gonna do this one in Revolutionary War times," I'm like, "Well, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that shit."
Yeah, because that was actually an interesting one to look at.
I wanted to play through the Revolutionary War, and it was
Yeah.
really cool. You got to do the Bunker Hill, the Battle of
Technically-
Bunker Hill.
Technically, it takes place right outside our window. Right?
What?
Because we live in Virginia,
Uh-huh.
near D.C. Am I sounding like
DC wasn't even...
I know D.C. wasn't the whatever at that time, but like we can drive not too long and get to actual battlegrounds.
For what?
Oh, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm really tired.
We've gotten looped around the Louis.
I am.
No, we cannot drive and
Not
get
for
to
Revolutionary.
War battlegrounds.
I'm thinking something else.
Boston.
Yeah.
If you lived in Boston, you would
Boston,
be able
yes.
to do that.
No, I was thinking
Bunker Hill.
yeah.
Lexington, Concord.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something else. I'm sorry.
Boston.
I'm sorry. I was thinking something else.
Boston.
What was I thinking of then, babe?
I don't know what you were thinking of.
I think I was thinking civil. That's why.
Civil War, yes. We can drive a little bit and find Civil War battlegrounds because around D.C. was heavily, lots of battlefields around the D.C. area.
I am very tired.
D.C. was fought over a lot. We actually live in the, it was the longest occupied city
Yeah.
by the Union because
Alexandria.
Virginia was
Southern.
it was a seceded state. It was a Confederate state, and so but due to its proximity to D.C., the Union decided to annex
Yeah.
Alexandria, and so I don't think that Alexandria was actually under Confederate control at any time during the war,
Yeah.
which is pretty weird.
Kind of cool though.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we talked about that on an earlier episode.
I don't know if we did or not. Anyway, so on to news.
Yep.
News segment brought to you by theprolongedengagement.com
Yay.
and soon to be Dr. Pepper.
Why can't it be Coke Zero? I drink Coke Zero.
You drink Coke Zero. We drink Dr. Pepper.
We also drink Mountain Dew.
No.
Red.
If Mountain Dew wants to sponsor us and they'll fill up my fridge with Mountain Dew Code Red, that would be fine.
How do we
Regular diet Mountain Dew, I don't like.
What about Mellow Yellow Zero?
If I could get Coke as a sponsor, that
Mellow
would be
Yellow Zero.
awesome. Because then I could get Mellow Yellow Zero. I could get Coke Zero Cherry. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry.
since this is our Valentine's Day show,
Yay.
Doritos has an idea.
Okay.
What do you think about Doritos Roses?
Like Doritos that are baked into roses?
As in roses made out of Doritos. Kind of like this. They're being sold in Canada. Available in 3 cities: Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver.
How are they doing? Are they doing well, or
They sold out.
you're serious?
They sold out.
I would not like if you got me those. I'm sorry.
Well, not only would you not like it, but they are the ketchup flavored.
Oh, they're not even the good flavors.
They are the ketchup flavored Doritos, and the ketchup flavored Doritos were only released in Canada, and they were released back in 2003, and it flopped. But they brought them back specifically for the roses.
Oh, for the color, I bet.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so they released it in Canada, and they sold out in all of the 3 cities that they were available in. But Doritos decided to put out a DIY Doritos
Roses
Rose
tutorial.
tutorial. Yes.
Are we gonna do this just to see?
No, I will not do it. Well, first of all, they tell you to get ketchup. They tell you to get the ketchup Doritos, which you could do nacho cheese if you wanted to. But anyway, it says get 5 perfectly triangular chips, and then next try to get the ones with the curled edges, and then put the curled ones in the center. And then put the flat ones on the outside, so that it looks like a rose when you put it together. And it says to glue them in there, so I don't think that you actually want to be. I don't think you actually want to eat them after you do that. But yeah. Anyway, you can actually buy the ketchup flavored Doritos on Amazon. Actually, so there you go.
No, I would not like this.
I wouldn't either. But anyway.
This is the first time she's on the show.
Next on the list. So, Monday the 10th, a Wisconsin man is convicted of operating a vehicle while intoxicated for the 10th time.
Is Wisconsin not a 3 strikes state?
Oh, I guess not. But that is not the that's not the weird part. So
that's not the weird part. Being okay. What's the weird part?
So this man he was pulled over and by a deputy, and the deputy said that he smelled alcohol on his breath, but the man said that denied drinking any alcohol. He did say, however, that he was eating beer-battered fish. So that is why his alcohol level was at 0.062. Because of
beer-battered fish.
Beer-battered fish.
Please tell me that the officer was smarter than that.
Well, the jurors didn't fall for it, so they went ahead and sentenced him. He could no sentencing date has been set yet, but he could face up to 12 and a half years in prison over this one. Since this is
good. He needs to spend some time in prison.
Yeah. So the legal limit is 0.08, like it is pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
But his blood alcohol level was 0.062, but it states that if Wisconsin residents have 3 or more drunk-driven convictions, then it's only 0.02%.
But he has 10. He has 10.
Well, I'm saying 3 or more. The legal limit is 0.02.
Yeah.
So he was over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has 10.
Yeah, I know. It seems a tad bit ridiculous. Anyway.
Tad? No, that is ridiculous.
So I don't know if you've heard of it. Heard of this one?
Okay.
Did you hear about the guy that tossed a gator into a Wendy's drive-thru?
Louisiana or Florida?
It was Florida. It was actually Jupiter, Florida.
Oh God.
And so the man named Joshua James. He's 24, and so what he did was pulled into a Wendy's in Loxahatchee last fall, and placed an order for a drink. When he got the beverage, he tossed a 3.5-foot alligator into the drive-thru window.
Why?
What
was the motive?
So here's the motive. Linda James, the suspect's mother, told WPTV that her son was just joking around. It was just a stupid prank, she said. He does stuff like this because he thinks it's funny.
A 3-foot alligator isn't funny.
3.5-foot alligator.
That isn't funny. That can take off digits.
Yeah, I know. And the Fish and Wildlife officials
That
got
too!
on his ass too
That
about
too!
it. So
How the hell did he get the gator?
he picked it up off the side of the road.
That is so illegal.
Yeah, no, he picked up a gator off the side of the road, and so he's in jail.
For how long?
So I don't think that. Okay, so he has appeared in court. Tuesday morning, he was ordered by a judge to stay out of all Wendy's restaurants, to avoid contact or possession with any animals other than his mother's dog, to undergo a mental health evaluation, and
Good.
to avoid possessing any weapons.
The weapons I don't
he also
understand.
remains in jail in lieu of a $6,000 bond.
You know how stupid that is?
I don't even I can't even think about it.
No, it's the fact that
It's the same. He probably. Well, I
he's
don't know.
probably one of those dumbasses that
Probably
when he sees a
recorded
manatee,
it too.
yeah, he probably recorded it, and then on top of that,
Gonna get me some hits on the YouTube.
he's probably one of those dumbasses that when they say don't touch the damn manatees, he goes and tries to feed them and pet them and ride them.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. So, San Francisco designer Liu Zhang, Liu, I don't know how to say that one. Lehu Zhang.
Lu.
Made a poster to honor the Chinese zodiac. Zodiac's a Year of the Monkey, which began on Monday.
I think I know.
Only the monkey doesn't look like a monkey.
No.
It looks more like a penis penetrating where the sun don't shine.
That's what I thought. Yep, I have seen it.
That is some crazy shit going on there.
It looks like a monkey, but if your mind is not in the right place,
Oh yeah, totally.
you're gonna not see a monkey. Oh my god, that's funny.
So
Yeah, I heard about that.
Zog told the Huffington Post it was a personal project, but a Twitter user noticed the poster in the design's online portfolio. Greg V on Twitter says it's only February, but we may have already had the Design Fail of the Year award. Year of the
Oh
Monkey.
god.
And then there's also the I like this one. Scott E. Severs says at GVEX, that's no monkey, with the caption of. Okay. Anyway, I just thought that'd be fun.
That is a cute one. Because I heard about it. I just hadn't seen the
Zong
poster.
says, I'm okay with it. He added that he merely wanted to make something interesting. Mission accomplished. He conceded to BuzzFeed that only later did he see some sexual things in the work. And a monkey face was my initial plan, he wrote on his site. But as long as I was drawing, this turned out.
He has some Freudian shit going on.
I don't know what he's got going on, but that definitely does look like a dick.
Show it to me again.
So
I'm trying to see the dick because I see the monkey.
they're saying it looks like anal sex is what it
Yeah,
looks like.
now I can see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you look at it, because the first thing I saw was a monkey.
I saw a monkey.
I saw a monkey, but that definitely does. You can't deny.
Yeah.
You cannot deny that.
No. I guess the year of the monkey is also the year of anal sex.
It could be. It could be. Maybe there will be more anal sex this year.
Alfie.
So last night we went to go see the Deadpool movie, which I thought was fantastic.
It's officially my favorite movie.
It was great. And if anyone knows like Deadpool as a character and as like a as an entity, I really think that this movie got it like right on.
Yeah. It encapsulated who Deadpool is as a character and as just as a thought process also.
Yeah, and how Deadpool thinks. I thought the movie kind of went with kind of like how Deadpool thinks, as well as the things in the movie.
Yeah.
Were so he had a lot of the jokes and stuff like that, but a lot of things were like, he
did break the fourth wall multiple times.
Yeah.
What I liked about that is that other characters questioned him. They're like, "Who the hell are you talking to?" Mm-hmm. He's like, "Oh, I'm not talking to you," which is what and who Deadpool is. The fact that
there was a thing where somebody asked like, "Who are you like I can hear you," and it's like, yeah, but I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to them, and he like points right
at the camera and at the screen and at us, that's who Deadpool is.
I know there's a point where he's like, what's that? It's a good joke in there. He says, "Well, a fourth wall break inside of a fourth wall break? What is that, like 16 walls?"
Yeah, and it's just so refreshing that for once we actually get something that's Deadpool, that's truly Deadpool. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of fans were worried about that. A lot of people, I heard, the only gripe from the crowd was that if you do know Deadpool, he has 2 alternate personalities in his head. They didn't show that.
Right.
That was not seen at all in the movie.
But I think that you have to take some
liberties. I wonder if that was just too hard to get across on screen. Was the alternate personalities?
There was still a lot in this movie.
Oh yeah,
and it felt like, for as long as it was just sitting there going like, man, it is fucking jam packed.
Oh yeah,
full of content. And I just don't think that would have been, for them to explain alternate personalities and things like that with him, I just don't think that would have been
I think it would have been very difficult in this film.
I don't think it would have been a good call either.
True.
Just the way that they were telling the story.
Yeah.
And the way that Deadpool was, I just don't think that it would have been a good idea.
True.
To do that.
But that was the only gripe I was hearing from the crowd itself. The only other thing that I heard that they might not have liked was how we saw more of Wade Wilson and less of Deadpool.
Okay.
Like, that was actually a gripe I heard.
But Wade Wilson is Deadpool.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how you can split hairs like that. When talking about a character like this. I guess they were saying because of the romantic aspect of it.
Okay, this isn't like, oh my god, it's not like fucking Batman and Bruce Wayne. Like,
yeah.
It is, Wade Wilson and Deadpool are one and the same. They both have the same, when
even
Wade
if he's not in the
out
suit
of the suit,
he is still Deadpool.
Still Deadpool. He
still has changing. The humor. He has the personality.
And in the comics, he still has the multiple personalities. I
mean,
it's just like,
I don't know why people have to split hairs like that.
That's a stupid thing.
See, but I was listening to people when you went to the bathroom.
And
I was like, why would you split hairs so finely?
Doesn't make any sense.
Because I honestly loved it. I worry that some jokes may not hold up in time because they were very 2015, 2016 type of jokes. But they were still funny as hell.
And I think that they will still be funny.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was just because the things that they made jokes about are still relevant.
Yeah.
And they're still going to be relevant.
Yeah.
It's just things that had happened within the world, you know.
Yeah.
Like when he said, like he was contemplating in the corner there in his apartment, and then he goes, and she goes, "What are you thinking about?" And he goes, "Liam Neeson, you know, his daughter was taken for for the third time. He has to go save her. And he's like, bullshitting around.
Yeah.
And then he goes, she's been taken 3 times. At what point do you just think that he's a bad father? It's like shit like that.
Yeah.
But, and,
I just thought it worked so well.
And I did like that there was a nice amount of gore, a nice amount of blood, and a nice amount of sex.
Yeah, and boobies.
So it was perfect. It
was really good for a Deadpool film.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't to the point where it was gratuitous, and there's just so much of it you just couldn't look at it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to the point.
It's not a Saw movie.
No, it wasn't Saw.
So
it wasn't Saw, but it wasn't to the point where you didn't see any.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally. There was points where Deadpool was slicing off people's heads and then kicking the heads at other people.
Yeah,
that just like
that is so Deadpool.
It is so good.
But I really enjoyed how they kept to the true nature of him.
Yeah.
Even in storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Which, there were moments that my brain was going, okay, where are we in time? But at the same time, I knew exactly where we were in time.
Right. And also, I loved that there were jabs at the movie producers.
Oh yeah,
and the movie studio. Oh my god,
at the studio,
perfect. It reminded me of the video game.
Yeah,
where he's sitting there's like, oh, the producer didn't have enough money for this point, so we have to put in like less explosions than normal, like shit like that.
Yeah,
and like this, he goes to Colossus.
Oh,
and he goes.
I loved Colossus.
He goes to Xavier's school, and
Is this no?
And it's only those 2 X-Men.
Yeah.
And he sits there. He goes, "This is such a big house, and I only ever see you 2. It's almost as if the studio didn't have enough money to hire other X-Men."
He looks straight.
Yes!
He looks straight at the camera, like.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all are cheap asses.
Yeah, and
it
things
worked.
like the beginning credits say stuff like produced by asshats,
and hot men,
starring super hot main character and
banging chick,
banging hot chick, and a British villain, and like it's just a knock to everything.
Oh yeah.
Freaking hilarious.
But if it didn't knock everything, then it wouldn't be a Deadpool movie.
Right. That's the point. And
if it wasn't, I almost want to say that Deadpool parodies himself.
Yeah, almost.
Because the other thing that he even says in the movie is like, I bet your boyfriend told you that this was a superhero movie.
Uh-huh.
And I've seen this, I can't tell you how many times over the internet now, and memes.
But that guy just skewered that guy like a kebab.
Yeah. But he says it himself. I am not a superhero.
He goes, I may be super, but I'm no hero.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Which is who Deadpool is.
Mm-hmm. He's an anti-hero.
He's an anti-hero. He does what he wants, and it's on his rules.
Right. Which
I guess is why it's so refreshing to me. Because they did show a Batman versus Superman trailer.
I'm really excited to see that, and I don't know what you're going on.
It's not that I'm not excited, it's just that I feel like like Superman himself is so perfect.
I hate Superman as a
he's perfect.
Yeah.
As Clark Kent, he's perfect. As Superman, he's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And that drives me insane. He has no grit to him. He has no dirt to him.
Right.
Batman has a little bit more grit and dirt. But as Bruce Wayne, he's perfect.
Well, it depends on your
on
Bruce
the
Wayne.
view of him.
On your Bruce Wayne. Like Dark Knight Bruce Wayne,
Not as perfect,
no, definitely not.
but still.
I mean, but Bruce Wayne of the Tim Burton.
Oh, he was
Batman.
perfect.
Oh, he was
a
just
gentleman.
this perfect,
He was a
shining
guy.
example of a human being.
And that just drives me insane. That somebody is seen as perfect. That's why Captain America drives me nuts. Because he's perfect.
No, he's not.
Well,
No, he is not.
he's not as much
No,
as...
he is
He's
not.
not as much as he used to be.
What do you mean, is he used to be?
Comic books.
Okay, but
But
if we're talking about the
the
MCU
movies,
as it is now,
Yeah.
then
He's
Captain
much...
America is flawed,
Yes.
which is what makes
Civil War so much better.
which is what makes
can't wait for that one.
those movies so freaking good.
Yeah.
Is that each of those guys has some sort of flaw.
Yeah.
You know, and then they kind of humanize all of those heroes, where they're not just these perfect
Shining
perfect
examples of
shining
perfection.
That's what happened in Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Oh, yeah.
When they sit there and
Tony messes up.
well, Hawkeye is talking to his wife, and she's like, "Look at these guys, they're gods,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yeah, but they still need me." You're sitting there like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Because they are flawed. They
Yeah.
are flawed individuals, and they still need you. Yes.
Yeah. But that's why I love Deadpool. Is because he's not perfect in any way. Mm-hmm. And he makes sure to tell you that over and over and over again.
And he also doesn't do
He
the
doesn't try
hero.
to be either.
He doesn't do the hero thing. So his motivation is
Really pure.
very, very pure.
It's what I want.
Yeah.
It's
all about Deadpool and what Deadpool wants.
Yeah.
And so he uses his
abilities for himself.
So I'm really interested to see what they do with Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Really, really interested to see.
Yeah.
And,
Which
I hope that we see him in Apocalypse. I really do. I don't think we will.
I've heard rumors that he's there. That he pops up really quickly. It's a cameo.
Okay,
and
but
he's
the problem with this is that this movie was set in current time.
Yeah.
So it would be in the timeline of Stewart and McClellan.
No.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was.
Whereas
I thought it was set in the reset.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The reset that happened in.
Days of Future Past.
Yes.
Yes.
So, wouldn't it be set after? But you mean
it's a completely new timeline.
Yeah. So you're meaning when Jean Grey's an adult
Yes.
versus a child.
Yes.
True. So he may not. He may.
I don't think so.
And do some witty line about, oh shit, I'm in the wrong timeline. And do a joke like that.
I don't know if they really want to bring in that sort of joke into Apocalypse. I think that Apocalypse is going to be...
Apocalypse seems very dark.
I think it's going to be this really, really dark, gritty movie. Just like Days of Future Past was.
Yeah.
So.
But you may need something like that.
Yes, even the first X-Men was pretty... The first X-Men was pretty gritty. And it's the same director. So.
Yeah. Hopeful.
We'll see how that goes.
But I love Deadpool.
I'm really excited for all of the superhero movies coming out.
Oh.
Just because...
Suicide Squad.
They're all just rocking it.
I am so glad that we went from the original Batman films, the Tim Burton Batman films, where everything was kind of paranormal and jokey and brighter. And now we're getting into this era where superheroes are being seen as people. Mm-hmm. And I love it.
Yeah. It's definitely refreshing.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they continue to do here. So
part of me will say this forever, but I really want the mutants to finally join the MCU. even though I doubt it will ever happen.
It can't happen.
Because, like,
Not the way that they've set it up.
Yeah, not with the way they set it up currently. But,
because, even with...
Scarlet Witch and...
Even with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, they weren't born with those abilities. They were tested on.
They were created.
They were created. Now, granted, you could put Deadpool
in the MCU.
His mutation would actually work
as an enhancement.
Whereas stuff like Jean and Xavier, they wouldn't because they were born with it.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Which saddens me because that like chops off an entire part of the comic books that we'll never see on the big screen.
I don't think that matters. I like the way that the MCU is going.
But the MCU right now,
especially with Daredevil and Jessica Jones on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I want to see how they incorporate that into the big screen.
If you are a huge MCU fan and you have not watched Daredevil and Jessica Jones on
you're missing
Netflix,
out.
You're missing out. They are fantastic. We got through all of Daredevil, and we're like halfway. We're almost all the way through Jessica Jones already. They are great, really, really good. It
plays off of the MCU universe so well.
And because they are Netflix, it's more violent and more, a lot more going on than you can put in in movies and stuff like that. So that's really nice.
Yeah, like I really do want to see Daredevil. Actually on the big screen, because how they've created him in the show works so well.
Oh yeah, it does.
With the rest of the characters.
Yeah, it does. All right, everybody. Well, that was episode 4 of
I Love You.
I Know. Go to theprolongedengagement.com for all links to our social media and our podcasting services and YouTube, and tell your friends to subscribe. And I hope you guys are liking this new show. We are liking it a hell of a lot more than the last one. And we'll see you next Monday at noon.
Bye.
Bye.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.